Lunar Classic is on a tear. This weekend just gone, I did a live workshop with my students where we projected this in advance because of a particular pattern. It's definitely overextended. So we're going to do an update on Lunar Classic and what we should anticipate next. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's dive into Lunar Classic. So this was the actual workshop that I did over the weekend. I've just paused the video. We put it in our back office and my students have access to this. And that's why you see my face in the top right-hand corner. But what we said on the weekend, one of my students asked, for an update. And I said, okay, because of this particular pattern, is an ABC pattern, you wanted to short Luna. I said, look, we're probably going to see some type of movement to the upside, at least at this level. And Luna has just exploded. So it's really overextended. There's a lot of hopium, a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. And you want to identify this from two circumstances. One, Craig, this one's for you. He's one of my other students who did well on Luna and going long. He's the one that brought it to my attention to do a review. But the thing I was saying was to trail your stop losses because we don't know. There's no way of knowing how far the market's going to go. And we want to squeeze out as much profit as we can in a logical, mechanical way. And if the market's going to overextend, we want to let that overextend and trail our stop loss. So we're going to talk about that today as well. So let's just dive into a live chart now with Luna. So this is a 1 hour chart, right? So on the weekend, when I was doing my workshop, the price action was roughly around, let me just see, it was around here, give or take, right? It was looking like this. I've just taken the data back. This is what you see in this video over here. It's roughly around this. And if I just zoom in over here, actually, let me zoom in. The key thing, the key important piece of information, because when the market data unfolds, we knew Luna was overextending already. When the market data unfolds and you see a pattern like this particular pattern, it's called an ABC correction. It's one of my favorites. It's an irregular because the B goes higher than the beginning over here. When you see this, it just indicates to us that the trend is not over. It indicates to us the trend is not over. And that was the reason I drew this red line. I said, look, we can see this clear A, B, C. So it's probably not the best time to look for a short trade setup because this high is probably going to get exceeded. And then to review the price action. And even if I forward the video a bit more, I think I do a few more drawings, a few more alternatives, but it's really to focus on this part over here. This is what we are now anticipating. At some point, a 5-wave movement to the downside, and this will be a confirmation that the top has ended. So if I go back to our live chart now and just look at this and we unfold the data. So what we said in advance was, because the great thing with Elliott and Fibonacci analysis is you can project in advance what's likely to happen. So you have leading indicators, right? Rather than lagging, rather than the past. And then you can make business-like decisions and see what's likely to occur. By the way, if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. I've got some great things coming next week. We're launching some new things. And if you want to join my private Telegram group, I'm going to show you how next week, where you can attend my private workshops on the weekend. And any coin that you want me to look at, I tend to look at. So what we're doing over here is I did an external retracement. Right, and a simple external retracement is basically measuring this and then projecting up. And these are the two typical ratios. And then the overextension is these ratios up here, right? This over here. This is not usual, but Luna, there's so much hype on it. Hype, news, basically FOMO, fear of missing out. And there's billions of dollars being pumped into Luna. Let's just see the volume actually. If I go to CoinMarketCap, if we just quickly go to Luna Classic or LUNC, and let's just see the volume. The volume is going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be insane, right? Jesus Christ, look at that. Oh my Lord. 500% increase in volume. So the market cap is 2.8 billion and the volume in the last 24 hours is 2.8 billion, right? So this is just eyeballs on this. This is just absolutely insane. Where is it ranked now? It's probably ranked 205 still, so it's not, I don't know if it's been recorded or not, but it's just, if you just look at the price action, okay, that's, this is taking into consideration the algorithmic floor, but if we just look at it like this, just vertical, right? And what we're going to pay attention to is this information over here. Looks like a wave 1, a wave 3, and it's probably topping out, that much, like when it's pointing vertical, total panic buying, especially when it's a wave 5, overextended wave 5. I want to be on high alert. So we're going to talk about a couple of things here. So let's just say you're long on Luna. Rather than just having a fixed price, it's much better to have a trailing stop loss. So I'm going to get rid of all the drawings for a second. I'm just going to get rid of this for a second. I'm just going to unfold the data. So what we want to have, in fact, what's the best way of doing this? In fact, I'm going to bring the drawings back on because there's something I want to show you, right? You want to have your stop loss on a swing low. And especially when we see this ABC correction and we're likely to get a new high, the concept is we don't know how far the market's going to go. And we don't want to exit our profits too soon, right? Even if you make good profits, you want to just go, right, let's just squeeze it out of the market. So every time Luna moves up, like so, and we don't know how much is going to move up, but let's just do it like this, is we can just keep moving our stop loss to these swing lows. Right, so Luna explodes to the upside. Jesus, look at that. Look at that. It's just amazing. Amazing. But that's typical for panic buying, right? Especially for a wave 5. And now we're in this zone. This is a typical maximum overextension zone that we're fast approaching. I haven't unfolded all the data yet, but look what you could do with your stop loss. You can now move it to this swing low, right? And if, let's just unfold some more data. This is where Terra Luna is right now. On the hourly chart, we can move it to this swing low over here. So we're not going to ever get the top, but you can really squeeze out a lot more profit. So if Luna, continues to the upside like this, you just trail your stop loss. Because now when we zoom out, right, watch this. I'm going to zoom out of Terra Luna. And we look at this on the hourly chart. I mean, look, even if you just look at it from the 21st of August, look at that movement. It's just total panic buying. So the thing you want to keep in mind is that the steam will run out. Now, when will it run out? Well, now we've got a really overextended wave 5. It might go higher, but that's why you have a trailing stop loss. But when you see this, and then this is total panic buying. And you just want to be careful of not jumping on the train too late. Down here would have been good. Down here would have been fantastic. Down here, you would have been just very lucky because you would have had to buy during a time there was a lot of negative news. But now it's all about locking in those profits. So if you found today valuable, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm going to be bringing some amazing value over the coming days and weeks. I've got something really special that I'm going to share with you next week, which is going to take your whole trading to a whole new level. And again, we've been saying Luna's going to overextend more than likely. And boy, it's smashed all kind of overextensions. Now it's like the overextension is overextended, right? So today, let's finish with a quote. So the trend is your friend. Ride it until its end, until it reaches its bend. Now, the key thing is we do not know. I don't know. You don't know. There is no crystal ball. But the best thing closest to a crystal ball is Elliott wave and Fibonacci ratios. But even when those targets are being met, we still want to go with the thinking that we don't know when the trend is going to end. So we just trail the stop loss. Let the price tell us. When a swing low, major swing low gets taken out, just allow the market to take you out. That you'll just double your profits, triple your profits, quadruple your profits. So Craig, that's what I was saying. I know you're saying you're early in your learning curve, but this is the exact reason for a trailing stop loss. He did fantastic on identifying this trade and made some good profits. But probably would have doubled, tripled, maybe even quadrupled the profits if there was a trailing stop loss, which is logical, mechanical, non-emotional. So you're not just kind of second guessing on when does it feel right to exit, what does the numbers look like. If you got either a stop loss feature in the platform that you're using, or just use CoinMarketCap and use the trade alert feature, and that will also be very helpful.